Hello, everybody. It's me again, but just me. Sorry if you want to see anyone else. But we got some Dragons Collide structure deck. I got 3 of them. I'm going to open one of them. We're going to talk about, well, me and Matt. He's behind the camera.
I'm behind the camera.
Yeah, so if he wants to chime in ever, we're going to talk about, we're going to open it up, show you the cards, like, oh, this looks nice, talk about some cards you like, this is kind of cool. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
So these are on the side. I mean, you don't want to open 3 of those. That's
No, we just need one for today.
I'm sure we'll also talk more in depth about this on the podcast sometime. At some point in time.
We'll be kind of overzealous if we open 3 at a time.
I always love getting the new rule books. I eventually get around to it. Version 8. Some nice matte. Should I even look at this?
Yeah, might as well. I like this mat, actually.
If it was like a real mat.
If it was a real mat,
like
I think it'd be really cool.
Like this.
Yeah.
It's got the chaos. 2 dragons, 1 on each side.
Right.
They're colliding. Dragons collide.
They collide to work for you, or so the deck.
The article is getting pretty, ridiculous. As they usually do.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the deck list. Tells me some interesting things about packs, combos that you might want to combine with, you want to get your dark whatever Judgment Dragons and Galaxy Eyes. It tells you things, which is pleasant of them, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they got the really dark edges on these. That's all I'm gonna. At first, I'm gonna say that.
No, I know what you mean. Usually deck cards feel really glossy.
It reminds me of the Hidden Arsenal cards where the sides are really, really dark.
Mm.
But here's the 3 exclusive cards. Got this one that we always confuse the name of, Dark Flare.
Dark Flare
Dragon. Eclipse Wyvern. Light Pulsar Dragon. One thing they made that they mentioned that interested me was this is breaking tradition to have 2 ultra rares.
Yeah, very true.
I thought that was kind of cool. And then 1 super. As opposed to 1 and 2 super.
And these, maybe one other card in this pack are brand new cards. So there's Eclipse Wyvern, the Dark Flare, and the Light Pulsar, and possibly one other. Chaos. Is it Chaos Zone? Chaos Zone.
And one more, Dragon's Rebirth.
Oh, I forgot about that card.
These are the new cards. It's kind of disappointing when you open a whole structure deck and then you actually think about it and there's 5 new cards.
Yeah.
As Matt, you might have heard from Matt Hughes. There's some craziness.
I like Chaos Zone. It's cool.
Craziness with this card. These go. Then we got our obligatory bad normal dragon monsters.
Yeah, Red Eyes and Blue Eyes, and
they're
packed together.
Their little eggs to go with them. It's kind of funny.
It's the destiny eggs of Red Eyes and Blue Eyes. Apparently, Blue Eyes is too powerful to just come out of the egg right away. Has to be encased in light.
So legendary.
Then this deck also came with Kaiba Man, which I thought was pretty cool. This might be one of the easiest to get Kaiba Mans ever. There it is.
Kaiba Man. It's Kaiba Man.
Back in the day, it might have been feasible to use a Kaiba Man. Now it's just weird.
Some other ridiculous cards, just in case you didn't know. Really good stuff right there. This card wasn't that easy to get. Neither was this. Neither was this.
Yeah.
This got a lot easier. But it's a common Dark Arm Dragon. What the heck?
It happened. It finally happened.
Common Dark Arm. Looks so... It's wrong.
Yeah. It's former secret to common. But it took a while.
That was a long time.
Yeah, Primaterial Dragon was only in its pack, which might have been Phantom Darkness.
I believe you can get it gold
and
rare.
And then gold rare.
And ultra rare.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and it was always a good card, but nobody cared because it was so difficult.
Yeah.
Some random other stuff like Axe Dragon Newt.
Axe Dragon Newt, the 2000 attack monster. Yeah.
We got that Vice Dragon. He finally comes out for everyone to get.
His gold series before, and then you could get him randomly in some error or something like that.
You get pissed off when you pulled him in gold series. Bunch of Lightsworn monsters. The good ones right there. Look at that. Everybody loves that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Common Lila is fantastic.
And some other bonuses, you got the 1 charge.
Mm-hmm.
Just randomly.
So the best thing about this pack is that it has 5 of the new cards. I mean, those are really exclusive to each other, and you can build a deck around them if you wanted to. But then it just has all of this other cool stuff that, nobody dislikes Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon or Dark Arm
these 3,
or Chaos Source.
People will take these. People will also take these just for fun.
Yeah.
That's a good card.
You can just throw Lila into a dex, have fun with it.
Another
Same
card
thing with Raikou.
This card is surprisingly hard to find. It was a short print common. The back it was in. So, White Stone, difficult. He also got some bad stuff. Yeah. That's so classic.
I was really surprised that they did that. Lord of Dragon and the Flute of Summoning Dragon. That's pretty cool.
I hope I never ever play that ever. Oh, and we have to go along with these, of course, they're random spell cards.
Burst Stream of Destruction and Inferno Fire Blast.
Whoosh, they look cool. And some of the last of the cool monsters. Good stuffs. Reprint of Summoner Monk.
Summoner Monk, Tomato, Snipe Hunter, and then Herald of Creation.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Summoner Monk. And I've always liked Tomato.
And a phone is ringing. How dare it?
How dare those phones?
Yeah. Woo, yeah. Okay, continuing on. Yeah, man. You know what could be cooler? Nothing could be cooler than destroying spells or traps. Wing Beat of a Giant Dragon. Also some good cards like Book of Moon. This. I mean, these are always dragon staples. I like that they gave those to you.
Yeah.
And I hate this card.
Card Trader. It's very hard.
Other nice cards. Like, I mean, there's just a lot of nice stuff in here.
It's a nice, like, booster back deck.
Call the Haunted.
Call the Haunted is nice.
Oh, yes. Love that card.
Got some Escape. I love Escape. So it's, they put in Wing Beat of a Giant Dragon and Vice Dragon because you can use those together.
They combo out. But, why don't they just put in Heavy Storm? Jerks. Wait, does that mean?
Oh, does it mean Heavy Storm might get banned?
I don't know.
Since they didn't put it in the deck? It's
interesting. But, so that's the structure deck. Anything else you want to say about it?
I like Chaos Zone with Necro... What's
Face?
Necro Face, yes.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I don't know.
It's going to get...
It's good with Necro Face because you have to remove your opponent's monsters from play to make Chaos Zone, like, really, really good.
Go over the board.
Yeah. Because otherwise, I mean, you only have a limited number of monsters in your deck anyway, so the amount of times you're going to be able to effectively use Chaos Zone isn't really that great. I mean, considering your opponent might try and get rid of it early.
That's true. But it also, ironically, it goes really well with these because you remove from play so much stuff with, like, these 4 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Because this guy, whenever it's sent to the graveyard at all, you remove and play a dragon from your deck. And then when he's removed from play, you add that dragon to your hand.
Mm.
And these two both remove from play 2 monsters to summon itself.
Mm-hmm.
And he just removes from play monsters in both players' graveyards. And he removes from play a monster to summon himself. Mm-hmm. And they, like, loop through each other.
So these guys are definitely really effective at working with Chaos Zone. Because you want to... The fact that Wyvern can add the monster back to your hand means that it can be banished again easily. And then the fact that you can use your opponent's graveyard with Dark Flare Dragon means that you can banish no matter what time of game it is.
Yeah, and he's right here, this guy, Dark Flare, is used for, like, super dumping to the grave, like, really fast. Because he can, as a cost, send dragon from your hand and your deck to the graveyard. It's always weird when you send stuff from your deck to the graveyard as a cost.
Yeah, I like it, though.
So when they play Effect Veiler, they're like, oh my. That didn't work out. And I mean, like, you can, like, they hit their skill drain on the field, you can keep doing it.
Oh.
Like, they Phoenix Chain it, you keep doing it. Fun stuff like
Just
that.
Just because it's a cost, that's awesome.
And it obviously works with that, because you're sending this to the graveyard to get it to remove and play a card, and then after it's been in there, use its effect to remove it from play to add that card to your hand. I mentioned that on the strategy site, like, today. The day we are filming.
Cool.
So, interesting stuff. Some good commons to pick up for, like, deck builders out there, you know, like this.
Absolutely.
Chaos Sorcerer. Who doesn't want a Chaos Sorcerer? Dark Arm Dragon. And on top of that, in general, if you get, like, triples of this deck, you're going to have a pretty potent deck to play, as usual with a structure deck. And
multiples are definitely the way to go for these guys if you want to try and use them as a deck. Otherwise, Splashable is always an option.
It is not as, like, straightforward as the most recent structure decks. Well, the ones before this. Like, I mean, this doesn't, like, win so hard, like, have this, like, combo that's just, like, winning. These are way more freeform, which I like more than, like, what was the last one? Dark Worlds?
Dark Worlds, yeah.
Which is pretty obvious. Like, there was the deck list in Japan, like, almost right after that deck came out. There was the standard, and now everybody just runs that.
Yeah.
Same with Dragoonity, Agents. Yeah.
Oh, what's the? Is there another deck that there isn't really a standard for?
What do you mean? Like how you're
structure deck? Yeah. You remember it?
Warrior Strike.
Warrior Strike.
Oh yeah,
man.
the Gemini one.
Geminis, yeah. Was I don't know. That's going on to a long tangent, but yeah, this is the Dragons Collide structure deck.
There's your little look and a little spiel from us about it.
Yep.
Because now Konami thinks you're smart enough to make your own deck.
Which is good. Or maybe they've listened to our podcast some more.
Perhaps.
This is Kyle from the YCG Podcast.
Yeah, this is Matt.
Oh,
Thank you guys for watching.
I didn't sign out yet. But now we're signing out.